alaikum everyone, and a warm welcome to our esteemed speakers for the closing ceremony, including the Minister, Sardar Mohammad Baks Mahar. Thank you very much for joining, sir. My job is to first of all, thank all of you for the fantastic time we've had in these 2 days, looking at what needs to be done to get more investment into agriculture, not only requesting farmers to invest, which they have done plenty of, but also to bring the corporate and financial sector of Pakistan to bring services and products to Pakistan's farmers. And I just want to highlight some important messages that we heard in the last, in these 2 days. We opened up yesterday morning with the Investment Minister and Public-Private Partnership, the Minister for Sindh, Mr. Qasim Naveed Qamar, who I think the main message that came out there was that Sindh is open for business with the corporate and financial sector to bring them in to public-private partnerships, bring services to empower farmers. And we heard in today's session on that topic from the Public-Private Partnership Unit exactly how they want to structure the projects in farm mechanization, in horticulture, cluster development. We also heard from the President of HBL, Mr. Nasser Salim, in the opening ceremony about how much opportunity there still is. And by his estimation, he said, we are only tapping 10% of the opportunity out there from the banking sector, only 10% of the opportunity for lending and financial services in the agriculture sector. We heard of a stark irony from Mr. Ali Rathore, CEO of Engro Fertilizers, who spoke at the opening ceremony, when he pointed out that Pakistan is number 8 in the world on wheat production, but number 56 in terms of wheat yields. And that he said, let's sink in and see how big a challenge we have. Finally, in that opening ceremony, we heard from Madam Salma Bhatt, the Special Assistant to Chief Minister of Punjab on commodities management, what used to be the food department. And she said, we need policies that protect our people in terms of prices, in terms of availability, affordability. But she also said that Punjab is open for business for the corporate and financial sector to come into agriculture because there is now no longer a focus on government managing everything, government buying the wheat, storing the wheat itself, etc. That opens up a lot of opportunity. One message that from one of the sessions that came out, the World Bank Group was our partner for the sessions yesterday. And an interesting message from the expert on national agri-commodity markets, Mr. John McGillicuddy, who said that 1973, the United States Secretary for Agriculture decided that we will no longer be in the storage of commodities, especially the key commodities like wheat and maize. And this basically began to allow the private sector to come in and allow farmers to make more money. And that's how he pointed out that the real profitability increase for farmers came from government getting out of the way, and feels like that's where we are in Pakistan today. So in terms of seed, another session we heard that the seed framework is there, but government needs to hurry up and get it to actually move and deliver good seed to our farmers. Finally, in the last session yesterday, supported by the World Bank, we got an outlook on the policy framework on agriculture, where the presentation from Olivier Durand from the World Bank was very enlightening in how the role of government and its support has to change as well. If we want a transition from a government-led agriculture sector to a private sector-led agriculture sector, the role of government support has to change. And an important message came from the Deputy Governor of the State Bank for Financial Inclusion, Mr. Salimullah, who said that support through subsidies across the board has to go towards subsidies that are targeted and let the market take its route. And this has been reported a great deal in the newspapers today. Today we learned from the experience of Hungary, what Pakistan can learn. This is very useful. I already mentioned the public-private partnership ideas from the government of Sindh that were on display for comment and review. And we also learned today in a session supported by UNDP how carbon credits can be used by farmers and what difficulties there are. There is a session on how export prospects and whatever the difficulties are for agri-products. And just now we had a fantastic Zar-Zaraat session where startups, two finalists pitched to investors, and I think the kind of grilling they got from the investors sitting in the panel here, it's an education for all of us on how to pitch a business, how to get a business to market in terms of financing. Now, there are a couple of messages that I think I want to summarize with something I tabled yesterday that was, I'm glad to say, repeated a few times. I mentioned that we need to give ourselves a little more challenge as people working on the agriculture sector and for farmers. And the challenge is, in a way, I mentioned the word moonshot. Pakistan's agriculture sector, for it to realize the potential, we need a moonshot. A few people repeated this phrase in their speeches, which I'm very, very flattered by, but a few people came and asked me what's a moonshot. Let me just give you, my father was very fond of, as an expert on management, he was very fond of mentioning the example of President John F. Kennedy in 1961 saying, we will put a man on the moon and back. It's not just to put them there. Put a man on the moon and back within this decade, which my father used to very fondly say that's from management principles, quality, quantity, and time in terms of deadline, in terms of what the minimum quality is, it's all in that sentence. And that became what is called a moonshot. Things that sound impossible, but in the end, they drive you to do things, achieve things that become an example. The technologies that were used for landing on the moon in 1969 did not exist in 1961. Many of the technologies did not exist. So that's why it's called a moonshot, and today we use this word to describe targets which sound impossible. Rahmat Hasni Saab, welcome. Please take President of National Bank. Thank you for your time. Please take your seat at the head table. Thank you. Welcome, Hasni Saab. So the moonshot for Pakistan's agriculture sector, as we heard, 10% of the opportunity in lending. Well, we need to get to 90%. We need to have targets that sound impossible, like I would say to Rahmat Saab, we need to go to a loan to every farmer of Pakistan. In 2025, this is not something that is impossible or insane. It is not. We have all the tools. Just Pakistan Agriculture Coalition has done crop insurance. We've done warehouse receipts. So many other institutions have done so much. We just need to focus, get our act together, and try to get to that impossible goal. Allah Ta'ala ki raza hogi, so we will get somewhere nearby. We need to get a modern warehouse in every part of the country where agriculture is being done. We need to get crop insurance and livestock insurance to every farmer. These are not things that are like going to the moon in 1961. They are not. It's a matter of getting together. Get quality seed to every farmer. Now, something very important came towards this kind of effort. Something important came from the new chairperson for the Pakistan Business Council yesterday. Dr. Zilaf Munir said, we need to have a forum where farmers, the leading private sector players, and government need to sit together. And not just at a conference once a year or once every few months. Sit and discuss once every quarter, if not more often. And have those committees that see and find out, are we getting to those targets or not? And she was very, very gracious to say Pakistan Agriculture Coalition can be the secretariat, and I made a promise to everyone. I repeated here, we will be that secretariat, and we will serve that role to make sure it doesn't become a talk shop. It becomes something that has real substance. And I was able to discuss this with Dr. Wasim Ajmal, who is the Federal Secretary of National Food Security, and he said, I would like to be the co-chair of this kind of forum, with Dr. Zilaf Munir being the other co-chair, so that from the private sector, we should be able to invite those who are at the head table here to be part of that. And Minister Saab, aapse bhi meri darkhast hogi to be part of this forum. And from the government, the Federal Secretary can try to bring in those from Chairman of Pakistan Agriculture Research Council, etc. And this, I think, having a National Agriculture Forum like this is is really something that it's a great outcome of the discussions we've had for 2 days. So many different stakeholders under one roof. We've had a delegation from the Civil Services Academy in Lahore travel here to be part of this, just to learn. And we had students, meritorious students, 10 of them from the University of Agriculture Tandojam, who were brought here, supported by the Hungarian embassy. So this is the kind of theme what Pakistan Agriculture Coalition brings to you. And with that, in my request for all of you to support this effort for a moonshot and get the Pakistan's agriculture sector to achieve the potential it has to salvage our economy and move Pakistanis above that level of earning, of profitability, etc., and particularly our farmers. I hope all of us can do this together. Thank you very much.